Okay, everyone, this is us doing robotics. We're just basically doing YouTube tutorials, just copying and trying to learn what it is that YouTube is doing because I have no knowledge or experience when it comes to robotics or ThinkCard or Arduino or all this fancy nonsense. But we can learn. Hello, true believers. We are here at the Toyota dealer, and everybody knows I am looking for a new car because my other car is indisposed right now, also. So, in the meantime, while that is in the process, and like every process here in the Philippines, it takes slow and it takes a very long time. But in the meantime, we're here at the Toyota dealer looking at cars, and over here we have the Toyota Fortuner. Now, everybody knows I like Fortuners. I have one also, but I have the original first generation. And this is what, it's fourth or fifth generation. Mine is like 13 years old and it's still running. So I wanted to update everybody and take a look at what the new 2021 Fortuner looks like. So let's take a look at the specs over here. This is a Fortuner 4x2, not a 4x4, 4x2, and it's a diesel automatic. So if you're looking for a diesel has its advantages. Number one is that the prices are lower, or the fuel prices, not gasoline. The fuel prices are lower, and that it's supposed to have more horsepower. So that's why it's more expensive. The disadvantage is more expensive versus the gasoline version, which is what I have. Usually around $4,000 difference. Now, if you drive a lot, that'll make sense if you use it for commercial purposes, but for private purposes, like I said, I haven't recouped the money for the $4,000 difference in terms of getting back the extra money that you put up front. But over here, so we got the overall length, 4,590 millimeters, overall width. So if you want to look at the rest, go ahead and pause it. So it's a 4-cylinder inline 16-valve double overhead with intercooler. Engine displacement is about 2.4 cc's. Mine is 2.7 liters. So actually my engine is bigger on the first generation. I don't know what the torque is. So it's a rear wheel drive 4x2. And for 1.7 million. They might have like a discount depending on how many of these Fortuners they have, but if they don't have a lot in demand, then they're usually not going to give a discount. But that's, if you got 1.7 million, you're going to have one of these. Okay, so let's walk around the car. It's been a while since I've done one of these reviews. So let's look at it from the front. You get the idea. It looks pretty good. It looks like it's got projector headlights. This is LED. I think this is daytime running lamps without turning it on, of course. And look, it's got sensors over here, front sensors. And it's funny how if you look underneath, it's got kind of like these front mud flaps. Let's look at the grill. So it's got this plastic, not shiny. In front, big Toyota logo. Plastic inside. Let's look underneath. Okay. Now that we saw the front, let's look at the sides. So this white color is pretty good. This probably would be my second choice, white. My first choice would be black. Let's look at the other side. So what I like so far, like I said, is the projector headlights. I think it looks cooler. At this point, I wouldn't get a car right now that has less. So let's take a look at the wheels. I don't know how many inches this is, but good enough. I wouldn't change it. Actually, I like the design. Simple, not gaudy, not over the top. What's weird is it doesn't have a mud flap over here. So you have to add one. You have to just bolt it on right here. And so no mud flap. This is a step rail. So it's got the repeater on the window. Nothing here on the side like mine. So the door handles are white at least. It's not chrome or black. Probably prefer chrome. Let's look at it in the back. So you got third brake light over here. Fortuner in the back. Parking sensors. And there should be a, yep, there's a rear view camera. And this is, I assume these are LED rear tail lights. Okay, let's look on the other side. Focus. And if you look, there is no roof rail. It's kind of interesting. The smaller cars like the Rush has a roof rail. This one doesn't. So if you want a roof rack, there's no roof rail to attach it to. So I don't know if the other trim levels have a roof rail, but it's not a deal breaker for me. I can live with the clean look, with or without it. And over here is there's no like push button, because this is the G variant. I think if we get the V variant, it doesn't have even G. Usually there's like a G here that says what kind of variant it is, so it's hard for me to tell. But I think if you get the higher variant, then it'll have like an electronic button over here for locking and unlock. So let's take a look at the interior. So if you look at power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, standard. There's room for a cup holder, there's speaker. It's not leather seats, cloth seats. Now, even though my Fortuner is a G variant, it actually has leather seats. So that's kind of disappointing for 1.7 million that you're getting cloth seats. But it's got the stitching. And let's look at the rest of the interior. Let's look at the steering wheel. Let's climb in. This is what the gauge looks like. I'm sure there's some digital information in the middle. And then over here you've got your, what is that? I think radio volume controls. So if you want to use your Bluetooth, you could use this to make calls. Here's to control your phone. So it's a Bluetooth head unit. This is probably to navigate through the menu. This one I'm not sure what that is. So as you can see, it's got Bluetooth. It says Bluetooth on it, so it'll connect to your phone. But I don't know what else. I don't know if it's an Android or if it has like Mirror Link. But here's the, I think this is for the clock, your hazard. Sorry, got trip odometer. Sorry, I got backlight. Too much backlight. So it's an automatic. See, I don't know what this little slot is for. I assume it's for the key, but I could be wrong. So if the key dies, the battery of the key power dies, you stick it in here, but I could be wrong. You got your usual park, rear, neutral, drive. So, oh, I see. So you put it in gear over here to drive. If you want to change the gears manually, you stick it over here, and this is the plus, minus. Okay, gotcha. So you got your eco mode, you got your power mode, you got your, I'm not sure if you want to turn off your anti-lock brakes. Brake, it's not electronic parking brake, so that's kind of nice. I prefer the handbrake, the manual handbrake versus the electronic one. Then you got your center armrest. So this feels like it's, oh no, it's cheap plastic still. I was gonna say from a distance it looks like it's like leather. Look, it's got stitching over here, but then when you touch it, it's cheap leather. But it looks like stitched on leather. It's like, oh, look at this stitching over here, it must be leather in that. Nope, sorry. That's kind of a bait. That's false advertising there. It's kind of like most marriages, you know, they kind of fake you out thinking it's real, and then when you get married, then they kind of, that's when their real true personalities came out. Here we go, we got cup holder. So this is pretty disappointing. If you get the G variant, even mine doesn't have these kind of controls for the first generation. You can't see that. Let's see if I can get a better, but these are just like dials, like manual dials. It's pretty disappointing versus like push button. So you got these dials, and I think it has just, I don't know how many airbags it has. And look, here's a Fortuner, the Fortuner lettering. So you push it and you got this glove compartment. So that's kind of a nice touch. But see, this feels soft. Why couldn't they done this for the rest? And then this trim is pretty cool, but this is cheap hard plastic. Let's see what the rest is. Yeah, cheap hard plastic also. Speaker over here. And as usual, the back has, I think it should have third row seating. But let's take a look at the back. Let's jump in the back. But here's for your sunglasses, map light on. Yeah, the battery is not even connected to this thing. You got so this is the, if you want to get into a diesel, let's look at the back. So there's a Toyota sill plate, just a plastic. Nothing exciting there. I think for the top of the line one, I think you have to spend over 2.2 million pesos to have. But if you want just the basic, look this in the back seat. Here's what the back seat looks like. Here's what cloth seats. You got your armrest, seat belts for 3. See what else we got over here. You've got a this is for if you want to charge stick your USB charger there. And I'm not sure what this is for. Okay. And what is this? I have no idea what this is. What is this? What's that? Sorry for the dark lighting. I have no idea. Oh, there. That's a hook to hook something. Don't know what for, but there's one on this side also. And as you can see, there's third row seating, which you can't see because it's too dark. I don't think I can open it. I can open the back. Oh, I could see. So just do this here. This comes up like so. Then you can climb in. So that's what it looks like. I don't think so. It just comes up like that. I don't know if it actually moves out of the way. Probably does. I wouldn't know. Does it come up? Does it come up? No, I think that's it. Let's see it again. Hold on, let me see. See if I can open the trunk. Nope. Let's see if there's a power. See if I can open it over here. Nope. Nope. Oh, parking sensor. Oh, you can turn off the parking sensor on and off over here. Cup holder. Nope, there's no button here to open the trunk. So I can't open the trunk. Let's see. Yeah, it's a power trunk. Let's take a look at what the exhaust looks like. And the exhaust, this is what the exhaust looks like right there. There's your spare tire underneath. So, you know, for a 1.7 million car, you would think they take care of the little extra details by giving it a better looking exhaust. So that's kind of disappointing. That needs to be replaced right there because that's just a reflector. So what do I like about this car? It's lacking, especially in, so, you know, the wheels are fine. I like it, I wouldn't change it. Color is fine in this car, I like it. Wouldn't change it, but it lacks some of the new modern technology and safety features that a lot of the new cars have. Especially if you're spending this much. Talking about 1.7 million, it's about 30, almost 38,000. You know, you're almost at the $40,000 range. So it's safety features. It's got parking sensors, but the airbags, I think it's lacking. I mean, I'll check again. So it doesn't have all the modern airbag features. So you would think there would be like side curtain airbags. I don't see it. I see a passenger airbag, but I don't see a driver airbag, but I don't see like the side curtain airbags for the passengers. But what it does have, let me see what it does have. What does it have? Not much. Oh, here you can control the air conditioning up here. Other than that, no airbags. Okay, so I'll do this in one take. So lacking in safety features for a car that's almost $40,000. It doesn't have like the sensor brake. Like if it senses something, it doesn't brake. There's no 360 camera that you would see over here. I don't think there's any sensors for blind spot sensors. I could be wrong. And then what else is it missing? So airbags, sensors. It doesn't have like power seats. Let's see what power seats. No, I don't think it has power seats. Nope. This is what you get. No power seats. Okay, so you're lacking in the modern safety features, no temperature, I know tire monitoring, pressure system. So that's what you get for 1.7 million. Let's open up the hood. Okay, here's what it looks like under the hood. This is what the engine compartment looks like. So you got this fancy cover on it, plastic. Got over here. So that's here, overflow. Over here. Over here. Okay, that's what it looks like. So that's what you get. Now there's of course there's competition that's gonna have more options, more to offer in the same price range, but they're not gonna have the Toyota quality, Toyota engineering that you expect, the reliability that you get from a Toyota. I would get another Toyota again, but I would pony up or upgrade or spend some more money to get all the extra safety options. But most people, once you're going into this range, once you're going into this vehicle, that's what they usually get. But if you're on a budget and you're too cheap like me, then yes, get the G diesel variant. But like I said, when I got my first generation, I got it for like 1.2 million 13 years ago, and it had pretty much everything I wanted. Leather seats with the technology at the time. But right now, I think because 13 years later, fast forward, there's some features on my car 13 years old are better than this car. Just for example, like the leather seats, and still the safety features are about the same. Then you're kind of looking at maybe I should be looking at something else. But if Toyota is what you really want, and I don't blame you, and you can't afford the higher price range, then go ahead and pick one of these up. They still look just as good as the other higher trim levels, but for less cost. Anyway, I'm gonna take some pictures, so enjoy the pictures. If you enjoyed the review, give it a like and subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But let me do one more walk around. Sorry, I can't get a good angle from the back, but because the wall's right there. But you get the idea. And you can't go wrong with white. The black definitely goes with it. So if you buy accessories that are in black or other car modifications, then it'll go with the white color, because black and white always go together. Let's look up back one more time. Here's the wheels again. Here's the headlights again. So I'm sure that's where the repeater is. And let's look at the back one more time. Yeah, the exhaust is so disappointing. I mean, if I were you, I'd change it, but when you're spending this much on a car already, that's where Mazda kind of has the advantage when it comes to a lot of their exterior and interior designs. They put a lot of pay attention to some of the detail, like exhaust. Over here, there's no exhaust. So let's take some pictures.